I hope you're having a great day. Well, today is World Youth Day. And over the last couple of years, I've had a chance to speak to so many of the youth all across the world. And we speak to them every single day because we have some of them who come to us with deadly diseases, some of them with depression and other issues, some of them with weight problems. And a lot of them come with sicknesses which are now caused because of their emotional state of mind. There's so much of stress because maybe a breakup that you went through, or you haven't achieved well, in your exams, or you fail in your first year of business, or the startup that you've thrown yourself into isn't doing too well. Well, today I don't want to talk particularly about all of these things. I have taken all the points and put together that we keep sharing with people across the world. If I have to talk about my youth, if I knew all of these points back then, I have no regrets. Things could have been a little bit more clear. No regrets, like I said, but I'm sharing with you all the things that we need to know today as the youth. And even if you're a young adult out there, you can practice a lot of these points as well, because a lot of the adults out there are also as confused as a youth today. So I'm going to go over a couple of points, and these are things which have worked for me to achieve what I have in life today. And I want to share all of this with you. So starting right now, number one, have a mind of your own. What do I mean by this? Most people today do not have minds of their own. We're constantly depending on opinions of other people. We're constantly depending on validation from other people. If we're hit with a problem, we want to see what everyone's doing. We don't look within to see, what is our gut instinct? What is the wisdom that we have to handle this problem? So, we assume a kind of a herd mentality. We become sheep. We become puppets to social media, to society. If we're pulled in one direction because the whole world is moving in one direction, that's the direction we go. We're pulled in another direction. We're pulled in another direction. But have a mind of your own. The beauty of being a human being is that you are blessed with an intelligence which is unique to you, and a mind that is unique to you. So the more and more we go on comparing our lives, comparing our looks, comparing our complexions, the money that we have in our bank accounts with everyone else, the more miserable we are going to be. Yes, we can learn. We can learn so much from other people, from their opinions. We can listen and learn, but we don't have to react and just blindly do what everyone is saying. We can step back and see, is this the right decision for us? Is this the right path that I want to take in my life that will make me happy? Or do I blindly follow everyone and feel miserable at the end of it? So have a mind of your own. For that, the skill that you need, and I really encourage your teenagers, the youth, young children, parents, the elderly, learn how to meditate. Learn this powerful skill. It doesn't cost you money, but by far it is the most powerful skill you can self-develop for yourself. You see, going back to the first point, why most of us don't have a mind of our own is because we're connected outwards. We're connected to the outside world. We're not connected within. If we're connected within, it's like an anchor. We step back. It holds us in place to reevaluate decisions, look at what everyone's doing, and then make a decision that makes us happy, make a decision that's aligned with our values, our perspective, our desires, our goals. But when you're only connected outwards, you get pulled like a puppet. You're pulled by something someone said on Facebook. Tomorrow you're pulled by something someone said on Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever it is. How long are you going to be living that life? Okay, you start to live a very different life, which is not your own. You're not your authentic, true self. So that's why the second point is learn to meditate. Now, most people are scared of meditation because they've understood it wrongly. Meditation is not about sitting cross-legged, lighting a candle, and trying to stop your thoughts from coming. That is not true. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit on your bed with your back straight. You can sit on your chair with a cushion with your back straight. Whatever comfortable position, as long as you can try to keep your back straight. In case you're bedridden and you have a back problem and you cannot do that, you can lie down. Lie down on your yoga mat or on your bed and just close your eyes and focus on your inhale and exhale. If thoughts come, let them come and let them go. Come back to your breath. Another thought comes, Focus back on your inhale and exhale. So as you train the mind to keep coming back to your inhale and exhale, slowly over time, the thoughts become lesser and lesser. But if you are trying to be that person where you are trying to stop your thoughts from coming, you won't be able to meditate for more than 2 to 3 minutes. And after that, it's going to get so frustrating for you that you give up. So meditation is nothing but concentrating on your breath. Or let's say you're sitting out and you're watching the sunset. You're only focused on the sunset. Thoughts come, let them come, but bring your focus back to the sunset. Thoughts come again, bring your focus back. So you see, you're training your mind to come back to one particular action, either an inhale, exhale, a sunset, or a song that you're listening to, or a painting that you're doing. That is exactly what meditation is. So the easiest way is your breath. Sit down, close your eyes, and start off with 5 minutes. Set a timer. Start off with 3 minutes. Just focus on your inhale and exhale. Your mind will wander. That's natural. That's a human mind. Come back to your breath. Your mind will wander. Come back to your breath. You see, if meditation was a skill where you have to stop your thoughts from coming, no one would ever be able to achieve it. Not even spiritual leaders. Spiritual leaders meditate a lot because they also know that they need to focus their mind and their attention on one thing. So you see, it is normal for our minds to wander, but please learn to meditate. If you can't do this on your own, guided meditations. There are so many guided meditations that exist out there. I'll throw in a couple of links. You can do that. You can go on YouTube. Just put your headphones on, close your eyes, back straight, and someone's guiding you how to breathe. So if you can't do it on your own, start off with guided meditation and then move on to meditation on your own. So that's number 2. Learn this skill. It will get you through ups and downs in your life. When stress hits us, or misfortune hits us, or we go through breakups, or whatever stress it is, we immediately react to the situation. We get consumed by our emotions. But the more we meditate, the more we will naturally step back. Doesn't mean your emotions will change. You will still go through those negative emotions, but in a calmer way, because you're focused. You are so focused and you are so mindful about how you need to respond or react. My third point is consume, but do not become a slave to anything that you overconsume. Let's talk about technology. Everyone's saying, oh, technology is bad. It's ruining kids. It's ruining the youth. No, technology isn't bad. Technology is good unless you become a slave to it. So the moment you become a slave to technology and technology starts controlling you, that's when it becomes a bad thing. But you can consume technology and you're in control. It's a good thing. Anything in life. You're going to consume alcohol, okay? But you become a slave to it because you're abusing it, you're overusing it, you're misusing it. You become a slave to the bottle of alcohol. That's a bad thing. So like that, anything in life, if you become a slave to it, it is going to control your life and mostly destroy your life. The next point, remember, simplicity is the new cool, okay? We have complication all around us. That's why we have complicated emotions. Most problems in life, even the most complicated problems, are solved using the simplest methods. So while things may seem to be more complicated around us, learn how to use simplicity as a tool. Let's talk about weight loss. Everyone comes with weight loss problems. Oh, it's so complicated. And sit them down and break it down. It comes down to the simplest things. They're either not eating the right way, eating too much, not exercising or overtraining, not sleeping well, too much of stress. Simplicity. But we look for complicated weight loss pills, fad diets, complicated diets, and all of that stuff. Simplicity works for the most complicated problems. So simplicity is the new cool, and it will always be the new cool. Okay. Aim to become abundant in life. Whether you want to get rich, whether you want to get wealthy, of course, do it the right way, do it with honesty and integrity, because no matter how much you have, if you've done it the wrong way, it will be taken away from you. But in your process of becoming abundant, there are some things that you should never change. Let's say you become a multimillionaire tomorrow, or you become a billionaire. Great. Enjoy life. Enjoy everything that comes along with it, as long as you don't lose yourself. But never change the way you eat. Just because you have more money, don't complicate your food. Eat your basic food. Of course, try different cuisines, expensive foods, all of that stuff, but do not change the basics of your nutrition. Secondly, no matter how rich you may get, do not compromise your sleep. Okay, just because you're richer doesn't mean you get the free card to compromise your sleep. It will still make you sick. No matter how rich you are, do not compromise your emotional wellness. You see a lot of people who win the lottery and suddenly fall into a lot of wealth. After a while, they're all with psychiatrists, psychologists, on drugs and all of that stuff because they lose control of their emotional wellness. Okay, and do not stop being active, no matter what. These are the 4 basics. If you're on the spiritual path, don't let your money go to your head. Have as much as you need, but always stay grounded when it comes to your nutrition. Keep it simple, keep it right for you, keep your exercise right, keep your sleep right, keep your emotional wellness and your spiritual path right. Everything else, go and enjoy. Buy a private jet, buy a yacht, do whatever you want, but never change these basics. The reason why most rich people are sick with lifestyle diseases is because the more they earn, they change their lifestyle. They think, now I'll have more fancy 5-star food, and they get sicker. Or they say, let me go into these fancy fad exercise programs, whereas their simple workouts worked for them even before they got rich. They start compromising their sleep because they're constantly engaging socially, going for parties and all of that stuff. They stop to meditate because they feel they don't have time. They don't have time for spirituality because they think all their money's made them busier. So enjoy your wealth, but never lose these basics. As a youth or a young adult, my advice to you is do not self-label yourself as depressed. Yes, depression is real. When there's a chemical imbalance, you go through something really, really bad. Depression is real. I'm not here to take away from that. But there are tons of people who self-label themselves as depressed. They fail one exam, they're depressed. You're not depressed. You just failed a paper. Okay, your boyfriend or your girlfriend broke up with you. You label yourself as depressed. You're not depressed. You are sad. You lost the love of your life, period. It's not the end of your life. Get over it. Don't label yourself as depressed. The moment you label yourself as depressed, guess what? You start to behave like someone who has all the symptoms of depression, but you're not really depressed. Okay? So we have to understand. We have to understand if there's a problem in life that is making you feel low, you have to solve the problem. You can't label yourself as depressed because you start behaving like that. So be very, very careful. If you are depressed, take all the treatments that you have to, but step back and do not go around using depression as a loose word. What you talk, you become. What you think, you become. If you think you're depressed, you're going to behave depressed. It's as simple as that. So face the hardships that life throws you. Life throws everyone hardships. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. There are going to be ups and downs, losses and gains, sadness and happiness, bright and dark, all of that stuff. Face it. You need help, take help. But just never label yourself as depressed. Do not self-label yourself. Okay? Let's say you do fall into that little depression or your emotions get the better of you and consume you. I have just 3 words for you. Okay? Feel the emotion. What action do you need to take? Now take that action with consistency and discipline. If you do not take that action, you stay stuck as a victim. You get consumed by your emotions. Someone breaks up with you or you lost some money. Yes, you are going to feel sad. You're human. Feel sad, but quickly, what's the next thing I can do? Now, what can I do to make my life better? What's next? What can I do? That's action. Take action with discipline and consistency. Otherwise, you get stuck into victim mode. Victim mode gets us sympathy. Victim mode gives us a platform to whine and complain and blame and vent out all the time, but it never changes our life. To move out of victim mode, move to action. Take that action. Decide on the action. It's your choice. Take the action, couple it with consistency, couple it with discipline, and your life will change. Another 2 words that I want to teach you, acceptance and letting go. A lot of us think we're entitled. You are entitled to nothing. You got to earn it. You got to work for it like everyone else. You may have 100 crores, $1 million, or a couple of $1 million that's left in your inheritance. It does not make you entitled. You still have to do what it takes to achieve what you want. And as stress hits us in life, I have 2 words for you, acceptance and letting go. Learn to accept the things that you cannot control. If there's something you can control, take the right action. Learn to let go of things that you cannot control. It's okay. What prevents us from acceptance and letting go is our own ego and pride. Our own ego and pride will destroy us. In life, it's easier to flow. Accept the things you can't change. Big deal. It's okay. I lost something. This girl doesn't love me. That guy doesn't love me. It's fine. That's not the end of the world. Okay, I'll let go of the things that you cannot control. For that, the strength to accept and let go comes from your meditation practice. Because when we meditate and look within, it gives us the strength to become stronger than our ego and our pride. The next point, there's only one statement I have to teach you about stress. Whatever your problem in the world is, remember one thing. Stress is the way you relate or you respond or you react to a person, a situation, or an event. Okay? Your stress is not the problem. It is the way you relate to a person, an event, or a situation. Whatever's happening in your life right now that you perceive as stressful is the way you relate to it. So if I put 10 people in a room and I give you all one problem, not everyone will see that problem as stress. Some people will see it as stress. Some people will see it as challenge. Some people will be big deal. I'll get through it. You see, it's the way you relate to it. So there's only one thing you need to remember in life when it comes to stress, the way you relate. Now, the way you relate is your choice. So most people are in control of the way they can react and respond to stress, which means all of us are in control of stress. When we get consumed by stress, that's when all the problems start to happen. Like I spoke about entitlement. No matter who you are, what your designation is, who your father is, who your mother is, how much money you have in your bank, okay? Never feel entitled. You got to earn everything. Like respect, you can't buy respect. You can't buy love. None of that. You can buy false respect. You can buy false love. But you can never buy the real one. Do not feel entitled. Understand, to achieve anything in life, you have to sacrifice. To achieve something of greater value, you need to sacrifice something of lesser value. So if I want to achieve a great body, I need to sacrifice sugar, maybe late nights or whatever it is. I've assigned a greater value to my body goal and my health. For some people who choose the burgers and the donuts and the sugar and the late nights over their health, that's their choice. That's okay. They've assigned a greater value to their mouth, to their taste, to their lifestyle, and they put a lesser value to their health. We have to be responsible for the decisions we make. Part of growing up is being responsible for the consequences of the decisions we make. You're an adult, you're a youth. Make whatever decision you want, but remember, you need to be responsible for the consequences of the decision that you make. Now, if I want to achieve $1 billion company, I am going to have to sacrifice a lot. I put more value towards achieving $1 billion company and lesser value to late nights, unnecessary wastage of time on social media. I put more time into studying, less time in playing or going out with my friends. That's your choice. But sacrifice is necessary to achieve anything in life. Remember that always. Your health, no matter who you want to be in life, never sacrifice your health for that. Never. Today, I deal with the billionaires of the world. A lot of them who have everything, but they don't have their health. And all the money in their bank cannot buy back lost health in most cases. So whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're aspiring for, make sure that you also invest in your health. You do not want to achieve abundance at the cost of your health. Let me add to that. You do not want to achieve success and abundance at the cost of your health, your family, your real relationships, and your peace of mind. Because there are millions of people sitting with billions of dollars and millions of dollars. They have it in their bank account, but they have no fulfillment in their heart. They have no peace of mind. They've lost their families. They've lost their health. That is not success. That is far from success. So no matter what you do, never, ever stop investing in your health. And it's a small investment. Eat right. Move a little more. Sleep right. Take care of your emotional wellness. It's as simple as that. When it comes to your financial abundance, no matter what age you're starting, save and invest well. No matter what, save and invest well. Take the right advice from the right people. There are no get-rich-quick schemes. They don't exist. They don't exist at all. We've seen that for decades and decades. Make the right investments with the right guidance. From the first earning that you have from your business or your salary, take at least 10% and start saving. The younger you start and the longer you stay invested in the right instruments, the richer you are going to be. Do not live on credit. Do not live on credit. Use credit for the right reasons. Okay? If you cannot afford something, do not borrow money. Do not borrow money if you cannot afford something. Deal with it. Bring down your ego, bring down your pride, work harder, try to develop new streams of revenue so you can achieve money, cash flow, and not credit. Do not live in debt. Unfortunately, that's the Western way of living, and they were misguided. And many people spend a lifetime paying debt, paying the money they owe the banks and everything else. So as far as possible, make your own money. As far as possible, try not to live on credit. My next point, your parents. A lot of the youth complain constantly about their parents. Their parents didn't give them time. Their parents brought them up the wrong way. Whatever it is. Okay, you've had enough of time to complain, blame, and whine about that. Now, what action are you going to take? Fine, they were not the most perfect parents. Okay, so tell yourself, they were not perfect. What should I do so that when I grow up, I can be a different and a perfect parent? Select that action and move on with your life. Fine, you were dealt a bad card of parents. How long are you going to go on whining, blaming, and complaining and making your life miserable? Because no amount of whining, blaming, and complaining is ever going to change your past, your present, or your future. In fact, it's going to become an obstacle. So if you're not happy with the way your parents brought you up, let it go. And just decide to become a better parent, period. Move on with your life. Move to action, consistency, and discipline. I spoke about the victim mode. Again, values. What are the values that you want that are important to you? Whether it's honesty, whether it's integrity, dependability, reliability, loyalty, commitment, kindness. What are your core values? If you don't know what your core values are, someone else will define it for you. You should know what your core values are. I stand for punctuality. I stand for transparency. I stand for kindness. I stand for forgiveness. I stand for loyalty. Example, know your core values. Because only when you know your core values, okay, will you not be crumbled on, or you will not crumble in society or in this rat race of life. If you don't have core values, we will be pulled all sides, in all directions, feeling more and more miserable. So know your core values and live by them. You can define them yourself, okay? Alcohol and drugs, or any vices, don't be a fool. Of course, we all try everything. But if you become a slave to it, you are going to destroy your life. Please understand, alcohol, drugs, and vices don't make you cool, okay? They don't make you cool. Society has shown us that the cool person smokes cigarettes in college. The cool person does drugs. The cool person is rolling up a joint. The cool person is snorting a line of cocaine, okay? The cool person is having multiple women or multiple guys every night, okay? You're not cool. You're far from cool. What you are is sad, lonely, with a lot of voids, which is okay. You got to fill them. Got to fill them the right way. It won't get you far in life. Nothing will get you far in life. Look on social media with the amount of flesh that gets exposed. What does it tell you about the people who are doing that? Shallow lives, nothing else. But yet, they'll have the most likes and the most whatever, but no value. Your likes on social media do not translate into value. Remember that. So whatever it is that you're doing, men, women, girls, boys, all of that stuff, okay? Do not think these things are cool. We may all try it. We may all try these things. That's fine. We're going to be teenagers, youth. We're going to try different things, but never let it consume you and never let it define you. When it comes to breakups, yes, they're difficult. No one wants to lose the love of their life. No one wants to go through rejection. No one wants to feel loneliness. No one wants to feel a feeling of being unwanted. But these are real human emotions. And if sadly you need to go through them, embrace those emotions, go through them, cry, feel them, but then move to action as quickly as possible. Someone leaving you does not define who you are. Someone breaking up with you does not mean the problem is with you. If the problem was with you, okay, face it, move on, learn from your mistakes. If it wasn't with you, Don't let someone break up with you, and along with taking away their love and attention, they take away your self-worth, your self-confidence, and your self-respect. That is you giving it away. You hold on to that. No one should ever be able to take away your self-worth, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and your self-respect. The people who lose it are the people who have given it away. So you may go through many, many breakups, but don't ever let it define you. If there's some action that you took that was wrong in that relationship, fine, learn from it. Mistakes are not bad. We can learn from our mistakes. We can learn not to do it again. We can learn so much from our mistakes. But never let breakups or all of these things define who you are and the rest of your life. You may be sad for 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, fine. After that, suck it up, pick yourself up, and move on. Move on. There are so many fish in the sea, as the saying goes. If you think that one person was your whole life, you're highly mistaken. Stop reading all your self-help books, okay? Connect within, okay? Build up yourself and take the right action. It's as simple as that. Validation. Most of the youth and even young adults today thrive on validation. You're waiting for someone to validate the way you look, what you wore, your dresses, how you speak. If you are waiting for people to validate you right now, I can tell you that your life is miserable. You can't go through living a life waiting for people to validate you. You need to validate yourself. We can look up to other people for advice or say, hey, listen, I wore this, does it look good on me? But if you're depending on validation and you're going to change every time someone tells you that this doesn't suit you, this isn't you, guess what? You're going to go through an entire life responding, reacting, and changing because of validation. You do not need validation from people. People who need validation have very low self-worth, very low self-respect, and very low self-esteem. That's not a bad thing, but if you have it, correct it. Correct it. But stop depending on people to validate you or anything that you do. You don't need your girlfriends to validate your new relationship. You don't need your boyfriends to validate your new relationship. No, you don't. You can discuss it, you can listen, but you make a decision from inside, not dependent on what your friends, what social media, and what the whole world is telling you. That connects to point number 1, have a mind of your own. Along with meditation, learn to visualize. Visualization is the most powerful tool. How do you visualize? There are 2 ingredients that you need to visualize. A clear intent. What is a clear intent? Have a crystal clear idea of what it is that you want to achieve in life when it comes to your work, career, designation, your partner, family life, personal relationships, your growth, your money in the bank. Have a clear, crystal clear picture of what you want to achieve. That's the first step of visualization. And then the second one is feel. How will you feel when it happens? So let's say I want to have, example, $1 billion in the bank. I have a clear vision, $1 billion in my bank. That's my intention. Now, to create that into manifestation, I need to feel. How will it feel when I have $1 billion in my bank? You got to feel. So crystal clear vision and feeling. Okay, I want to have a 6-pack. I'm very clear. I want to look like this. Luke looks like this with a 6-pack. Now, how am I going to feel with a 6-pack? I'm going to feel fit. I'm going to feel good when I'm on the beach. So you see, visualization is nothing but a crystal clear intent with the feeling. How will I feel? You may be sick right now. You have a crystal clear vision of me getting healthy. And how will I feel when I'm healthy? I'll be running around, playing with my kids, going out for treks. So visualization is intent and feeling. Practice this every single day of your life. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, don't expect anyone else to believe in you. It starts with you. If you don't know how to be kind to yourself, okay, don't expect kindness from the world. If you don't know how to accept yourself, don't expect acceptance from other people. If you don't know how to treat yourself with respect, do not expect respect from other people. It starts with the self-discipline, self-care, self-change, self-love, self-respect, all of these things. It starts with you believing in yourself. If you do not believe in yourself, there is no reason that anyone should believe in you. So believe in yourself. No matter what your limitations are, everyone has limitations. Use your limitations to change your life. Use your limitations to get better, to evolve, to grow. It's extremely important. Remember that all anxiety and stress is nothing but the fear of a consequence. Whenever you're anxious, ask yourself, what is the consequence I am fearing? And as you work more and more with the consequence, your anxiety slowly disappears because you realize that you don't have control over most of the consequences. So remember, when you're anxious in life, ask yourself one question. What is the consequence that I am fearing? And work with that consequence simply by, so what? Okay, let me give you a simple example. Okay, there's a girl I like, okay, but I'm so anxious. I don't want to go and ask her out. Okay, why? What's the consequence? Rejection? Okay, what's the next step? It's a big deal. She says, yes, great. She says, no, maybe I'll try again or I'll find a new girl. Okay, no, but that rejection is going to make me really sad and disappointed. So what? So what? Face that consequence. So you see, everything. You're anxious about a loved one who's going to die. All right, let's take the worst possible example. Okay, number one, we know that everyone's going to die at some point. Okay, remind yourself every single day, everyone's going to die, including yourself at some point. Okay, to motivate you to live life to the fullest. That's all. Okay, someone's going to die, you're anxious. Okay, by staying anxious, you're not helping the problem. Move anxiety into action. What can I do? Can I make the person comfortable, get the best doctors, get the best team? That's action you can take. And then face the consequence. Yes, what if the person dies? The person dies. Let me at least spend maximum time and give this person a quality life while he's alive. So you see, you're taking the consequence, you're converting it into action. Anxiety disappears. So action, action, action. Number one word. Number two, consistency. Number three, discipline. And the last point that I'll leave you with is a reminder that your time is finite on this planet. Remind yourself every day that your time, the time of your parents, your loved ones, your children is finite. This should motivate you, not scare you. This should motivate you into living your life to the fullest. Taking care of your health, forgiving, not holding grudges, not holding on to hatred, because it's not worth it. Everyone is going to die and your time is finite. I hope this helps you. Have a great evening, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.